Shooter game has one main genre that everyone will always play it, even some players making this type of game as their daily hobby. No matter if you love to play FPS or TPS, as long as it has a battle royale concept, then the player can enjoy it with a real-time multiplayer. Remember to like this video and please enjoy the video of Top 10 Battle Royale 2025 Android and iOS, Big Community and Most Played Battle Royale Game Mobile 2025. High Energy Heroes. I really hope this game will release globally in 2025. We all know how good the game is. Even I can see how the game's developer is really active on updating the game. And right now it has one of the most character in Battleground game. It has 3D graphic with a western character design at all, with a sci-fi concept making the hero appearance look so attractive. In-game, we'll play in a Battle Royale mode and make a team up within 4 players. Get the best equipment by killing the enemy or just grab and loot it from the other players. I love how we can use a special scenes when we are doing an instant kill to the enemy. But be careful, when you do it, it takes quite a long time because we don't want to get a shot while we are doing this scene. As I mentioned before, it gets so many updates even if they made a character look like a Black Myth Wukong in game. This game has a third-person perspective, but I got the information if they are now developing for the first-person perspective. Which one do you prefer, the TPS or FPS one? Please write in the comments below. Blood Strike. As a newcomer of Battle Royale game, it gets so much attention in the past few days since it launched globally. Seriously, the first impression I got is really attractive, especially because the game speed is really dynamic and it has a fast-paced gameplay and it's very easy to control the entire navigation. It has a first-person perspective where we can easily aim the target by the aim assist it has. I love how we can start the game with a common gun in our hand even when we just land from a plane, so we can play a rush and come closer directly to the enemy. It has a multiplayer-based game where we can make a great strategy with the team's member. Once we make the enemy HP lower, then we can tap a special icon to launch a special scenes to kill the enemy instantly. On the Play Store, the game has downloaded over 50 million players. It's a really insane achievement for the best Battle Royale 2025 games for mobile. Outlast. This is a new Battle Royale game on Play Store, but I can see how the game now is in development, because at the moment we are only able to select the Team Deathmatch mode. Honestly, I really love how the game has a great and smooth movement, even the graphics have enhanced and I can see the enemy from a further distance. Unfortunately, I didn't see any graphic setting, but I'm pretty sure the low end to mid end phones will handle it smoothly. In-game, we can switch the point of view into TPS or FPS anytime as you like, so we will have a chance to pick the best angle on a certain condition and situation. In combat, we can't load any weapon inside of the room, but since the game started, we have held 2 weapons and we can switch them frequently. Surely, we should focus on the ammo level we have because it's really limited. It has a high potential if they made the Battle Royale faster. Indus Battle Royale game. Probably this shooter game is one of the most ambitious FPS games from India. Seriously, they want to make the game become a cross-platform for Xbox, PS5 and mobile platforms. They even show us how the professional sharpshooter world record who's from India, which is Mid Walker in this game. By the game's name, the character names, the music and how design is well presented from Indian country, and I'm so proud of them try to give a huge update and make the Battle Royale game competition become way more attractive. At the moment, we know how the Team Deathmatch gameplay is, but we really need the Battle Royale mode released faster. In-game, we can do a sliding action to avoid the incoming attack. For the first trailer, it reached more than 1 million viewers, so crazy. Farlight 84. What a great game with a cartoon art style in 3D visual. It has a great graphic and enjoyable gameplay, with an intense level and high pressure combat making the game look so enjoyable for our hardcore players. I would really appreciate how the matchmaking takes time so fast. We only need a few seconds to find the room with the real-time player. I'm sure they all are a player and not a bot, because the way their movement is really unpredictable, with a great move and jump make the player get a difficult way to lock the target. Luckily, we can use the aim assist to lock the target, but it's not pretty effective though. In the game, I got so many guns around the area, it seems like every building is prepared by a different gun. It makes the game finish faster because in earlier games, we can make a rush. Everything ran perfectly, I didn't find any issues, even though I have tried to set the graphic into ultra setting. I hope the newbies player will rate the game higher because the developer really takes a good responsibility to read the player's feedback. Farlight 84 is the best Battle Royale 2025 Android. Battle Prime, one of the most realistic battleground games on mobile with TPS mode. Seriously, I feel like I'm playing a PC shooter game with this game's graphic, making the game look so powerful in visual. Trust me, you should experience the game on your own, and you will amaze with it. The entire game has a very competitive 5 vs 5. We can select a different gameplay like getting the enemy's objective or team deathmatch. The rule is pretty simple, which we should reach the higher score within the estimated time or get a certain score. Every hero we will call with a prime. Each of the prime will have a unique ability. We only can unleash their ability once the gauge meter reaches the limit. And also, the prime will bring his own gun with a different power and fire rate speed. If you love a hardcore gameplay, then you must play this game and feel how good the graphics are. Anyway, I didn't find how to switch the auto fire into manual fire. If you know, please let me know in the comment section. Super Mecha Champions. NetEase companies always get a new idea. This game's developer has so much innovation that always get a very interesting gameplay on their game. This game is the best example of turning a battle royale game into another level. With a new game's experience by adding a robotic or mecha as a powerful weapon. Anyway, we can turn a robotic form or a human form anytime. The game has a battle royale mode where the hero will have a weapon in the earlier game. Of course, we can loot the weapon in the boxes or by killing the enemies. The game combat mechanism really impressed me. It can run stable on 60 FPS and connection is always consistent. Not many battle royale games that have an anime 3D visual that I would recommend to you. The game's level difficulty is quite easy, and I'm sure every newbie player can master how the game works. World War Heroes WW2 PVP FPS. This game is one of the most beautiful FPS games. It will describe how the world war in a simulation. Seriously, the developer is successfully delivering how the real-life war into it. The way of the ambience, atmosphere really represent the medieval era, and it will bring the player experience back into the world war. I think this is the only game that can make a difference and really hit the player from aspect of non-technique. The gameplay is a team deathmatch, but the game's level is very easy. Even I can feel the armor of our main heroes has a higher endurance than the enemy. It makes me think if the enemy is not an actual player. They are all just like a bot. Their movement is really predictable and I can easily aim the enemy's head from a further distance. But once you reach a higher tier level, then you will see the difference between the high tier level and the lowest one. Can you imagine it's been downloaded by over 100 million players, the most played FPS games on mobile 2025. PUBG Mobile. Just to let you know, I'm a PUBG fan since the game launched globally on mobile. I've spent more than 15 hours a day at the moment, and I used to play it as my daily game. So I'm pretty confident about the gameplay and how the PUBG community is really nice. I'm sure when you are a newbie, you will get a great experience with the other player. Whatever you ask them, they will tell you the right way. So you can learn the game faster. That's what I love from the PUBG games community. It's not toxic. The game's combat mechanism is absolutely perfect. The control sensitivity is really on point. It will make our navigation control smoother. This game always has a huge event for a competitive tournament with a huge prizes, so you have a chance to become a professional gamer. Anyway, there are two different games of PUBG. The other one is New State by Crafton, but I will stick to PUBG Mobile because of those reasons I have mentioned to you. COD Mobile or Call of Duty Mobile. I remember how happy I was when I got the information if the developer will port these most popular FPS games into mobile. I was a bit skeptical about the game because we all know how good this game is on PC, but actually I was totally wrong. I had a very good experience while playing it. I will rate it 100% for mobile user from the control and navigation. Such an enjoyable game. The Battle Royale mode is really good with a realistic landscape making the game look so clear and clean. But anyway, the UI is quite a lot though, but we can manage or customize the button on the setting. After playing for about 30 minutes, I never saw any problem, even though I have set the graphic into maximum. If you come from Europe or America, then this game has a huge community in that region. The best Battle Royale game mobile. Bonus, Apex Legends. Surprisingly, this game disappeared from the Play Store and App Store, even if it gets a very good effect and hype, especially when the game comes to mobile. It only takes a few months to reach 1 million downloaders. Seriously, we should try to give a fair and balanced feedback to a game that was just released on mobile, so the game will not get a bad impact once the player not giving the right reviews. I really hope in 2025 they will release globally with a better graphic. No matter who's the publisher, it's fine. Apex Legends still become one of the best battle royale games. Remember to like this list and see you on the next video. Thanks.